Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how you can create this cross hatching effect in Photoshop. If you notice, it's a pretty detailed octopus, and this is something I drew in Illustrator, then I brought it in. You can notice how I have several layers here, and I'm going to show you how I was able to create this effect using Photoshop. First of all, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my image or whatever image you guys have. I recommend to be a high resolution image. It works the best that way. You can always scale it down, don't have no issues of, creating a big document with nice detail. So my image size is going to be pretty big. It's going to be a 11 by 17, 300 dpi. Right now I'm zoomed in 33%. If I zoom in 100%, you're going to notice that now you can actually see the actual detail from my design. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I want to remove this background. Now there's this new setting in Photoshop that is I like a lot. It's this select subject, and you just let Photoshop do the thing and trying to find this selection within your object. Now the only thing this one did is basically didn't select this part, this tentacle of my octopus. Now normally it does a pretty good job cutting it out. I don't know why I did this, but just gonna grab my magic wand tool, and I'm just gonna click on the white area, and that should do it because everything around is nice and clean. So one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to create a mask. And the simplest way to create a mask in Photoshop is if you select the layer, I'm going to click on the mask tool right here at the bottom. It says add layer mask. And right now what I did is I click on the layer mask because what is selected is the white. So what I need to do is I want to go into select inverse. Now you're going to see your image being selected. Now I see here that I didn't select this white area here. That's fine. I can always select, make sure you select your mask. You can go under edit, fill, black. Make sure black hides, white shows. Okay, so that way he hides the white. So I'm pretty happy with what I have. Now the next step is how we can create the actual cross hatch effect. Now I'm going to create a new document, and this document is going to be about 10 by 10 pixels. It's going to be very small. I'm going to change to grayscale and a white background. The grayscale is just to basically save space on the document, so I don't want it to be any colors. So if you're going to notice, it's going to be a tiny box. I hit Control 0, and now you're going to see that the box zooms into this area. I'm going to grab my marquee, rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to click and drag and select probably like half of this document. If you notice, automatically it's going to snap. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to give you that size, right? So what I'm going to hit, I'm going to select Control I or Command I on the Mac. What that does, it does an invert. I'm going to deselect by clicking back with my marquee tool. Just click outside or hit Command D to deselect, or Control D on a PC. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to create a pattern, and I'm going to use a blur pattern. You notice here, filter, blur, and there's a box blur. Basically what allows you to do, it allows you to kind of create boxes as a blur, pixelated way. If you notice here, if I change the number of it, let's say I'm just highlighting the number. If I go with my up and down arrow, you're going to notice that the color count, it goes less and less, right? So the higher the number, the higher the transition on your gradation happens, right? But mine is about 10 pixels or whatever might be the case, so I don't have much gradation. I'm going to do mine about, let's say for example, let's say about 2 right now, just for this purpose, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK. And I'm gonna go under Edit, Define Patterns. I'm not gonna name it anything. I'm just gonna leave it as is. And if you notice, it creates its own little pattern. It's just a 1 pixel pattern based on the content that I just created. I'm gonna hit OK. Now that's the one for my pattern. I'm gonna create a new document. Now this document is the one that is gonna create my cross hatch effect. So I'm gonna make this about 6,000 pixels by 6,000 pixels. Now I'm gonna make this a 300 dpi because I want it to be nice and big, and then that way I can always scale it and bring it down to other files and I can work around it. It's gonna be a grayscale as well. I'm gonna hit create. Now we have this white artboard, and I'm gonna go under edit, fill, and under fill, on the content, I'm gonna click down the drop-down menu and I'm gonna select pattern. In the pattern, you're gonna notice there's a custom patterns here. You're gonna notice I have created already several patterns in there. Here's the one that I just created. Okay, and I know it was pattern 6. You can always name them whichever way you want it. So I'm just gonna select that pattern 6 and I'm gonna hit OK. Now you're gonna notice that it created all this bunch of lines, and I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy when I zoom in. Okay, so it created all these nice little straight lines. Now this straight line is based on this little guy. So this guy is duplicating 6,000 by 6,000 times on my page, all right? So now what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna zoom out, Control 0, I'm sorry for making you a little dizzy. And I'm gonna apply an effect. And the effects is gonna be, I'm gonna go under filter and I'm gonna apply a distortion, and I'm gonna use a wave. Now, one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this option. The type is sine. The number of generators are gonna be 10. So basically it's gonna generate 10 steps, right? And then the wavelength, I want it to be about 199 and 200 my max. The amplitude, I'm gonna leave it about 5 and 6. And these are some numbers that you guys can always play around. If you notice, this is the amplitude right here, but I'm gonna keep mine to about 5 and 6. I think that kind of works well. And then you're gonna see the scale. I'm gonna keep everything to 100%. Okay, everything else stays the same. I'm gonna hit OK. Now, if you zoom in now, you have this ripple effect, okay? So now, one of the things I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna select all. If you hit Control A or Command A on the Mac, you're gonna notice that it selects all your box. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go to Edit Copy, just to have that copy on my artboard, on my clipboard, I'm sorry. I'm gonna create a new, I'm gonna deselect, Control Command D. I'm gonna create a new adjustment solid color. Now I'm gonna make it like 50% gray, right? So I'm just gonna put it here, 50. I'm gonna hit OK. Now, if you notice, it creates a mask automatically. So I'm gonna hold my Alt key or my Option key on the Mac, and I'm gonna click on the mask, and I'm gonna go to Edit, Paste. I'm gonna paste that texture that I created with my wave inside my mask. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Edit, Transform, Free Transform. I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna go rotate this clockwise, okay? Now once I have that, I'm gonna go back and hit my checkbox just to check that out, that's what I wanna do my change. I'm gonna select my layer. And if you notice, let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing here. If you notice now, take a look at my effects now. It went from here to this, right? So now you have this nice little pattern, sketchy kind of looking thing, right? And what I can do now, I'm gonna merge both layers. I can merge both layers. You don't have to merge them, but if you want to, you can merge them. And I'm gonna go to Edit. I'm gonna hit Control A to select all, and I'm gonna go Edit Copy. I'm going to go to my ocean creature here, and I'm going to go to edit, paste, and it's going to bring my detail. If you hit Control T, you're going to notice that it's going to be somewhere in there. I'm just going to put it centered. I like to keep my stuff centered. So from here, I have my pattern. So let me name this pattern. Now I'm going to duplicate my original image, Command J or Control J. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Image Adjustment, and I'm going to use the saturation just to kind of change it to this gray tone. Okay, and it's very important to do that. So now what's going to happen here, if I go into my pattern, I turn it on, and I change my blend mode like that to a hard mix. Take a look at this. Now you start getting this nice effect of a hatch, right? Kind of like a hatch pencil effect. Now, depending on the blend mode that you use, is gonna be a little bit different for each image, right? So I played around with some of the blend modes and I looked through them, see what I like the most, and hard mix was kind of the one that works. Now, how can I get rid of all the rest of the hatch around it? So if I hold my Alt or Option key between my pattern and my creature here, it's going to create this little arrow with the mask on the left-hand side. So that's going to create a clipping mask, and I click on it. And now we have this nice effect. Now to take it even further, one of the things that I can do is I can select my layer here, and I can go into my adjustment layer. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to use this posterize effect. And I like this level of color. So we did this in the previous. So basically here, you're going to notice that I have different levels of color. So I got a 2 color, you get a 3 color or 4 colors. I kind of like the 4 color, the way it looks. You guys can play around with this. Each image is going to vary accordingly. So you just got to play around with this as well. If you want to do a 5 or 6, that's cool, but you just got to remember, it's just depend on your image. So let's leave it at 5. Now from that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click again on my adjustment layer. I'm going to go under levels. Within the levels, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to control how much black I want. You see here, I can control the amount of black, and I can control the amount of white as well. So I can brighten up some of that white just to kind of start giving some highlights, and some of this dark just kind of sipping through, so you can start seeing some of that detail. Now I'm zoomed in at 74%. If I go about 100%, this is how it's going to look when you bring it close to it, right? So the beauty of this is that we're using non-destructive layers, and basically we are controlling all those layers with all these little sliders, right? So basically allows it to give us a little bit more of the detail. We can lose some of the details without having to destroy that layer, okay? Now the other thing we can do is just kind of add a little edge, a little border around it, so that way we don't lose some of that detail. And the way you do that is just, I'm just gonna double click on my grayscale layer, and my layer style window will pop up. I select my stroke. In the stroke property, I just change my position to outside, and then you just gotta control and see what's gonna work the best, what type of size is gonna work. For me, 5 worked great, so I kind of like that detail. And there you have it, and that's how you create that cross hatch effect. All right, guys, so I hope this was helpful for you. You can always select your mask by holding the Control command and click on the mask, and I can go into edit, copy merge, so that way I can copy everything that is selected within all the layers, and I can create a new document and I can paste it in there, and there it is, my octopus on its own little layer as a hatch. And if I make it a smart object, and that's going to be a non-destructive layer, now I can actually scale it. Remember, in Photoshop, the newer version of Photoshop, if you hold the Shift key, it's going to distort your object. So just by holding the Option key or the Alt key allows you to scale proportional, and then this would allow you to move your object around, and there you have a nice object with the crosshatch effect. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful to you. Just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this content.